Every player in Squid Game entered with their own hopes, dreams, and reasons for playing, but only a few truly deserved to win. From brilliant minds making cold, calculated decisions to those who fought with everything to protect their loved ones, some players stood out for their heart, loyalty, and selflessness. But in a game designed to break the spirit and crush morality, even the most deserving rarely made it to the end. In this video, we'll explore the players who earned the victory through their actions, their sacrifices, and their integrity. Starting with one of the most tragic yet inspiring Deok-soo and Min-yo, two of the loudest, most chaotic players in the game. At first glance, they were nothing but noise and fury, but that may have been the point. Deok-soo wasn't a gangster by power, he was a man running out of time. Hunted by criminal bosses in Incheon, chased by Filipino loan sharks, and abandoned by his own crew, he was already bleeding before the games began. In episode 2, one of his own betrays him, warning,
"The guys from the casino came here looking for you. They'll take liver, kidneys, and your eyes for the money you owe."
In response, Deok-soo stabs the man, not out of dominance but desperation.
"I killed Deok-soo, okay?"
He's not the wolf, he's the cornered dog. When he fakes his death and dives off a bridge, it's not courage, it's survival instinct. Min-yo, on the other hand, is louder, sharper, and infinitely more adaptable. She didn't walk in with allies or a plan, just a story. After surviving red light, green light, she begs,
"I have a baby at home. They don't have a birth certificate. I don't even have a name for my child."
Real or not, it doesn't matter. She wasn't playing the game, she was playing the people. When everyone is sent home after the first vote, both she and Deok-soo come crawling back. He tries building a gang. She blends in and makes herself indispensable.
"I'm more useful than this skinny girl in many ways."
Min-yo smuggles a lighter, helps Deok-soo melt the honeycomb, and keeps his crew intact. She even sleeps with him, thinking she's in.
Right, babe?
Babe? You gonna call me that? You're too old to talk like that.
But before Tug of War, he publicly mocks her and replaces her with stronger players. That betrayal flips her arc. In episode 6, when no one picks her as a partner, she's dragged away, seemingly dead. But in episode 7, she walks back in, calm, sarcastic, and more dangerous than ever.
"The masked guy said I was the weakest link. Like when nobody chose you as a partner for things when you were a kid."
The math guy said I was the weakest link, she jokes. Turns out, after the doctor's death, the player count was off, and she was simply forgotten. Meanwhile, Deok-soo is still posturing, shoving his own men for a safer vest number during the Glass Bridge challenge. He freezes, terrified, and Min-yo sees through him.
"We're in hell here. There's no rules in hell."
She smiles and says,
"Man, you used to act like such a tough guy, babe. What happened to you? You betrayed me. Now you're going to die. Deok-soo, you betray me. I'll kill you, okay?"
And just like that, she grabs him and they fall together. It wasn't madness, it was justice. In their final moment, even the VIPs admit it. Now that's a poetic ending. They weren't heroes, but they played loud, raw, and real.
Oh, now there's a poetic ending for those two.
In a game built on silence and strategy, sometimes volume is survival. Then there's Byung-gi, the doctor. He didn't scream or fight in the open, but behind the curtain, he may have been the most dangerous player of all. A disgraced surgeon buried in debt, he walked in with a plan. Early on, he tries to join Deok-soo's gang by whispering,
I'm a doctor out there. You might need me. I know what the next game is.
Because while others guessed, he already knew. Byung-gi was trading corpses for clues. With help from the guards, he harvested organs from dead players and got hints about upcoming games in return. He told Deok-soo that Tug of War was next. Their team was stacked, and they won. But in episode 5, the deal broke. The guards didn't know the next game, and Byung-gi panicked.
Tell me what the game is, or else I'm gonna end up getting killed tonight!
He stabbed one, fled into the honeycomb room, and was eventually cornered. The frontman executed the organ trafficking ringleader, and the guards shot Byung-gi on sight. He played smarter than almost anyone, but he broke the biggest rule: fairness. In Squid Game, the punishment for cheating isn't failure, it's death. He didn't lose because he slipped. He lost because he was too clever for his own good. Then there was player 021, a ghost in the game. He spoke little, betrayed no one, and made it to the final 13 without cheating, alliances, or blood on his hands. In the marble game, he quietly beat player 276. No gloating, no emotion, just moving forward. But in the glass bridge game, he picked vest number 4, locking him into an early position. As the game progressed, he found himself stuck in the middle, hoping someone remembered the order of the glass.
You happen to remember what he chose next?
He asks player 453, clinging to any hope of survival. She guesses wrong. He jumps. He falls. He deserved to win.
Are you sure? He went left first?
Not for dominance or strategy, but for remaining kind, quiet, and untainted. But Squid Game doesn't reward restraint. He never took control, and in the end, that was his downfall. Contrast him with player 017, the glassmaker. He was invisible until the bridge game, but once there, he became the most vital player on the board. With 30 years of experience making glass, he identified the tempered panels by their reflection and sound.
I can tell the panels apart.
You can tell?
I used to make glass for over 30 years.
He explained everything, and even the VIPs leaned forward. But just as he was about to save everyone, the lights were shut off.
I can't tell them apart in the dark, huh?
Then just try one.
His one advantage, his years of work, gone in an instant. He hesitated. Sang-woo didn't. With one shove, player 017 was gone. He deserved to win for his calm, for his knowledge, and for stepping up when it mattered. But he waited too long to speak. Even experts aren't safe in a world that moves fast and kills faster. And then there was player 069, the man who played with his heart. From the start, he had one rule. If she's not in, I'm not in. When Sang-woo offered him a spot on a strong tug-of-war team, he hesitated.
I can't join unless she does too.
That devotion sealed his fate. In episode 6, he partnered with his wife, unaware the game would force them to play against each other. One wins, one dies, she loses. In the next episode, he sits in silence, numb. Then he breaks, begging,
Just stop here. I can't keep doing this. I can't. We can stop if more than half of us agree. Don't any of you want to leave this horrible place?
You think your wife will stop being dead if we go home? You should have been the one who died in there instead of her. Are you ready to live like that? Starting over again from nothing with that guilt?
And later they find his body hanging in the dorm. He didn't die in a game. He died from what the game did to him. He played with loyalty, with love, with grief. He wasn't a strategist or a fighter, but he reminded us why life is worth playing for in the first place. And in Squid Game, sometimes that's the greatest tragedy of all. He didn't deserve to die, but he couldn't survive either. But the next player, he didn't die for love. He died for something far more complicated. Cho Sang-woo was a genius, the pride of Sangmun-dong, and a top graduate from Seoul National University. He had everything going for him: brains, prestige, and a future most could only dream of. But beneath all that brilliance was a man drowning in debt, dragging his mother's livelihood down with him. When he entered the Squid Game, he brought his intellect, not emotion. From the very first game, Sang-woo approached it with cold calculation. During red light, green light, it was his logic that saved Gi-hun.
I think that doll is a motion sensor. They won't be able to catch you if you're behind someone.
In tug-of-war, while the others panicked, he took control, instructing them to take 3 steps forward when he gave the signal.
Get yourself together and listen! Take 3 steps up when I signal!
But that's the edge!
They'll just trust me and they'll fall!
They hesitated. After all, they were at the edge, but they trusted him. And that blind faith, paired with his strategy, led to victory. His mind was sharp, but over time, that brilliance hardened into something darker. In the marbles game, Sang-woo told Ali to trust him.
Trust me. Help me and I'll make sure we get out of here.
But it was a lie. He swapped Ali's marbles for rocks, leaving Ali to be eliminated still believing in him. Sang-woo had stopped playing with empathy. Later, when the Glass Bridge Challenge exposed a glassmaker's ability to distinguish panels,
I can't tell which it is.
Then just try one.
Sang-woo saw the hesitation and acted, pushing the man to his death without a moment's thought. No hesitation, no goodbye. Even when Se-byuk lay wounded from falling glass, bleeding quietly in her bed, Sang-woo stabbed her while Gi-hun ran for help. He justified it later by saying,
No, stop playing just so you could save her. Going home without a single cent? I can't do that!
it was brutal, but it was survival. But at the very end, when Gi-hun invokes Clause 3 to end the game with no winner, Sang-woo does something no one expects. He stabs himself, not for honor, not for redemption, for his mother.
Yeah, my mother. Help her.
He had understood the game better than anyone else and had the strategic mind to win it. But he had lost something greater along the way, his humanity. His downfall wasn't due to weakness, but to a coldness that consumed him. While Sang-woo betrayed others to survive, Kang Se-byuk entered the game with a promise and kept it. At first, she trusted no one. She was hardened, calculating, and focused solely on her goal. But unlike others, she wasn't here for greed. Her younger brother was stuck in an orphanage. Her mother was trapped in North Korea.
I'd use it to get a house where I could be with my brother first. Then I'd get her mother out of the north.
Se-byuk didn't want riches, she wanted her family back. When Ji-young asked her what she'd do with the prize money, her answer was simple: buy a house to live with her brother, then get her mother out of the north. Se-byuk endured every challenge: red light, honeycomb, tug of war, even the terrifying glass bridge. She watched, she calculated, and she saved Gi-hun with just 3 words.
It's the left. It's the left one.
But when the final panel exploded, shards of glass rained down and sliced deep into her side. She tried to hide her injury, patching it alone. When Gi-hun saw the blood, she whispered,
I think I want to go. I like to go home now.
She had made it to the final 3, but her wound was too severe. Sang-woo finished what the system started. She didn't beg, she didn't scream.
Just in case either of us can't actually make it out of this hellhole somehow, we'll look after each other's loved ones, okay?
Her final request was not for her own life, but for her brother's. That was her last move, not escape, but ensuring someone else did. She played with heart, purpose, and restraint. She deserved to win. But in Squid Game, pain doesn't earn you survival. It just makes you next. If Se-byuk gave Gi-hun a reason to keep going, then Ali Abdul gave him something just as powerful: faith. Ali never raised his voice. He played with quiet strength until the game broke him. In red light, green light, he caught Gi-hun by the jacket, 1 second from death, and steadied him. Not because he had to, because it was right. When Gi-hun thanked him later, Ali simply said,
You're alive. That is what matters.
He wasn't just playing to win, he was playing to provide for a wife and baby waiting for him outside. Even after months of unpaid labor and a crushed hand, the first thing he did with his stolen wages was send his family to safety. Ali was physically strong, sure, he excelled in tug of war and survived the riot. But his real power came from something else: belief. He trusted Gi-hun, he respected Sang-woo, he believed in people even when they didn't deserve it. So when Sang-woo cried during the marble game, Ali listened.
They'll kill my family if I don't get out of here. And you and I swore that we'd leave here together, right, Ali?
And Ali gave him the only thing that kept him alive, his marbles. In return, he got a pouch of rocks.
Sang-woo!
He was betrayed, but he never saw it coming. Player 199 eliminated.
Player 199 eliminated.
No speech, no revenge, just heartbreak. Ali didn't lose because he was naive. He lost because in a game designed to reward cruelty, trust is the quickest way to die. He deserved to win for his loyalty, his decency, and his hope, but the game was never built for someone like him. And then there was Ji-young, a player who didn't even expect to make it far, let alone win. In Tug of War, she pulled alongside people twice her size. In the riot, she fought to survive. But it was in the marble game where her real strength appeared. When Se-byuk hesitated to choose a partner, Ji-young stepped up.
Want to do this?
Why should I?
Can't picture you going around here and begging these.
What matters is winning.
Then play with me. I'll make sure that you win.
It seemed like a throwaway line, but maybe she had already decided. As they sat in the shadows, Ji-young opened up about watching her mother's murder and killing her abusive father.
The next body that I saw, that was my dad's. And the person standing there holding the knife, that was me.
She didn't share for pity. She just wanted to give meaning to the end. "I've got nothing," she said, "but you've got a reason to get out." Then she dropped her marble. No hesitation, no regret. And with a small, sincere smile, her final words were,
Se-byuk! Thank you for playing with me.
Ji-young didn't try to win. She didn't need the money. She just wanted to matter one last time. She deserved to win because she gave everything and asked for nothing. But in Squid Game, sacrifice isn't rewarded, it's forgotten. Still, she may be the only one who left with peace. And if you think Gi-hun won all on his own, you haven't been paying attention. He didn't survive because he was the smartest or the strongest. He survived because of people like Se-byuk, Ali, and Ji-young, people who gave him reasons to keep going. Watch closely and you'll see just how lucky he got and how close he came to losing everything. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon for more interesting videos like this.